Hello and welcome to Calciospresso, your weekly shot of Italian football.
Episode 1.
It is
Am I
episode
right?
1. Okay,
Yep.
My name is Ale. With me is the people's beard.
Not
Lewis-
so beardy today.
Not beardy today, but
yeah,
normally.
little bit.
Luis Figo's younger and arguably
I appreciate it.
more
mate.
attractive
I don't know about that.
younger brother,
You've seen him in that. You've seen him for that just a minute. Come on, mate.
Adrian Fairley.
Thank you.
How are
thank
you?
Good to be here. Good to be. I'm good. I'm well.
That's good.
I've just got one thing I want to start with. Obviously,
What?
this is our podcast that we're kicking off. Maybe you should say what we're here for.
What we're here for?
We're here for the Serie A.
We're here for the Serie A, but what's your...
But my issue is you've done a great job with the set.
Thank you.
And obviously the people listening at home can't see this, but the people on YouTube can see this. But
Mm-hmm.
I've got a pretty rubbish table here, mate. What's going on? I mean, I can see yours has got marble.
Well,
I mean, it's got the colonnade. Are those Corinthian columns on the side, or is that Doric? What is that?
no. Well, this is the only table that I could afford, and
And you look at mine, and I'm sitting on a plastic bench here.
I think. Firstly, this is
what's going
somewhat
on, mate?
of an example of what Italian football is like.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Do you think this is a reflection of our clubs?
They're all tables, but some are more sturdy than others.
Financially, metaphorically. Yeah.
100%. If we get some good viewers and we get some money running in, then I'll happily update your table.
Okay. I'll keep this for now. I don't want to seem ungrateful. I know. Yeah.
It can only go. Well, hopefully, it can only go up from here.
It's good to be here, though. It is
Good to be here. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, like you said, we are doing this finally. It's been a few years wanting to do this.
It only took Ronaldo coming to the Serie A for us to pull the finger
jump
out.
Jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Jump on the bandwagon.
That's okay, though.
Basically, we have been talking about this for quite a while.
We have.
It's like one of those things where you say, "Hey, I'm going to start it on Monday,"
Yep.
and Monday comes along, you don't do it, and then you go, "I'll wait for next Monday."
That's right.
But for us, it's the whole season going past before we actually do it.
This is true.
This has kind of come together very quickly in the last week or so.
But it's good. The set's looking great. You've done a fantastic job.
Thank you.
We're here in the secret loft.
It's the secret loft, the unknown location.
Can't give that out.
We cannot. We definitely cannot give that out.
But yeah.
But for people, because we are doing a YouTube video as well as the podcast.
That's right.
We'll upload some pictures or something if you're listening.
Yeah.
If you're listening in, if you're not watching, you're missing out.
We'll give you a full rundown of the set maybe another day. We've got a lot to talk about
We
today.
do have a lot to talk about. And firstly, what are we going to talk about? What is this podcast all about? So we're going to be covering weekly everything Italian football, purely Italian football. It's not like we don't like other football.
We might mention things every now and again.
I don't think so.
But I don't think so.
No, so basically, Serie A. We both go for smaller teams.
Pretty middle of the road.
And
teams.
Adrian, I'm sick.
Me slightly
I'm sick
more.
to death of the little guys not being mentioned.
You do notice this. This is a thing, and this is partly the reason why we wanted to set this little joint up, is we wanted to talk about the little guy,
The little guys.
the smaller teams.
Milan, Juve, Inter.
Just keep it nice and small, you know.
That's they get their moments in the sun,
do,
and we
they
will definitely cover them. But we
Yes.
also want to get the little guys out there as well.
I
We're
think
covering
so.
all teams. We might even go down the leagues: Serie B, Serie C, D,
Yeah.
Z.
Yeah.
if we go that far down, your non-knows like
Sunday league
weekly game.
We'll see how we go.
See how we do it.
Yeah. Definitely Serie A, Serie B.
But yeah, so basically, we had opening round this
We've
weekend.
had the opening round already.
Do you want to jump into?
We'll just run through the
Let's go
results
through
very quickly. We had Chievo hosting Juve. Nice little game, actually. Nice little opener. Very surprising when you consider, I guess, the statistics there. But we'll get into that in a bit more detail. 3 goals to 2.
3-2 to Juve. Yeah.
To Juve, that's right. And we had Lazio hosting Napoli on the first match. Napoli getting over the line there, 2-1. We had Torino hosting Roma, and that was 1-0 win to Roma. We'll have a little bit of a chat about that game in a bit more detail soon. Empoli, 2 goals
Emphatic.
to 0 against
Emphatic
Cagliari.
Empoli.
Yeah, they were good. They were good. I mean, they were good. And we will have a bit more of a chat about that. We got Udinese went to
Your
Parma,
boys.
which was a tough opening fixture. That was 2 goals all, the only draw of the round. Sassuolo hosted Inter. Now, this was a big talking point.
Very, very big.
1-0 to Sassuolo. So
It's a bogey team.
it is a bogey team. We'll get into that. Bologna hosting SPAL. They lost to SPAL 1-0. And Atalanta rounding off the round against Frosinone, or Frostinono, as I like to call them.
Frostinono.
So that was the standout game with a 4-0 performance there, and we'll get into that.
For sure.
But yeah, that was the first week. Obviously, we had some sad news where your mob didn't play this week, or Sampdoria, or Milan, or Genoa. But I guess we'll talk about that in a little bit of detail.
We'll go in a little bit of detail. We'll cover a little bit of what we think about the teams in the preseason, what our thoughts were. Obviously, we didn't do a preview before, but we'll quickly go over a few of our thoughts and see each of those games, who excited us, what was going on.
Absolutely.
Chievo Verona.
Yes.
Versus Juventus. Now, arguably, one of the biggest opening rounds of the Serie A in recent memory. Because of one man.
Who was that? Bonucci was back?
Bonucci was back for Juventus.
Of course.
Yeah.
That was the only reason.
That was it.
Yeah.
Let's not kid ourselves.
Let's stop. We're betting around the bush here.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
The man himself.
Yes. Maligned? Not maligned.
I don't think maligned.
Not maligned. That's wrong.
It's not the word you're after.
It's obviously massive for the
it's
league.
Huge. Yeah.
To have arguably the top player in the world. I say arguably, I'm a Messi man, but
of course,
arguably the best player in the world coming over. Evergreen.
It's a big deal.
Evergreen, would you say?
You bang on. He's evergreen.
Evergreen.
Yeah.
And to open it against Chievo Verona, one of, for me, initially, my thoughts were on Chievo that they're going to finish last place this year. That was my thoughts. They don't really excite me.
No.
Players have left.
There's not a lot going on down in Chievo.
They're just...
We're still going to talk about
the flying
them,
donkeys, mate. They're
still going to talk
not flying, all right?
They still deserve attention.
They obviously deserve attention. And
especially after the performance they put in.
Exactly. Well, that completely changed my mind, what was happening.
Yep.
So, basically, like we said, 3-2, Juventus. Chievo scores early.
Exciting game.
It's the typical Juventus late winner. That typical Man U win.
That's right.
Mario Stupinski, young Polish boy.
He looks good.
With that header.
Fantastic.
To win, to not win the game. I wish they won the game. To get things off. Looks a player.
Yeah, he looks good.
I think he tried to do the Dele Alli.
Did he go for it?
Yeah. It was something.
I don't know. But he's got another one now. Like every week he's bringing out another one.
Dele Alli.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we can't talk about him.
Oh yeah.
What are we doing? Here for Italian football.
We're here for Italian football. We can't be talking about that sort of stuff.
No, fantastic player.
Great player. Looks a player.
Yes.
But staying on Chievo, Giaccherini.
Let's just talk about that. That was one of the performances of the round.
I think in the shadow of Cristiano Ronaldo, Giaccherini was...
He did well.
Stunning. For me, the man of the match.
Yes.
His assist was great. His control, his touch is exquisite.
Yep.
And he forces that penalty. Cool head. Converts it.
Just straight in.
Straight in the side netting.
Yep. And they led for a while.
They did lead for a good while.
A little bit.
Stupinski didn't score first.
Oh, sorry. We are missing a goal.
We are missing the goal.
We've already fluffed our lines.
Chiellini
Yes.
with that header back to Khedira.
Beautiful header. Yeah.
Chiellini is obviously, we know how good of a defender he is.
Yeah, no
He's
doubt.
a great defender.
No doubt.
The way, for those of you who haven't seen the goal, it's off a corner.
Mm.
He positions himself at the back post.
Mm.
He contorts his body to header the ball down, back out from goal into the line of Khedira.
Yep. It's like I'm there.
That
Sorry. Keep going. That's
that's stuff you can't
that takes.
teach.
Yeah.
And
It's instinct.
and you know what,
it's experience.
some people go for the shot there, you know.
Exactly.
But he's managed to move his body around the
Yep.
ball and headed that ball back into the path,
Yep.
which is just, I thought was really
That's sublime.
really awesome.
Mm.
Then we also had the own goal that went in.
Yes.
We had
Bonucci.
Giaccherini with the penalty.
We had Bonucci claiming that own goal.
Yeah, exactly. Bonucci really. Well, we were talking about.
We were
this.
talking about this.
Bonucci being booed during this game.
Yes. So the Juve fans not too happy that he's back.
That's
or that
or that he left.
that he left
in the
I
first
guess,
place.
is probably more what it's about.
I feel like it's a bit
It's
unwarranted.
a bit poor.
You know,
Yeah.
great player for your
Yeah,
team,
yeah.
and then
It's a little bit poor. It sort of makes you think, oh, you know, this is a big club. and
hey, it's a
the
big club.
supporters
It's
aren't-
tribal.
That's
You know.
Mm.
And then I think the turning point, really, as much as I hate to say this,
Mm.
was Federico Bernardeschi coming on
Mm.
for Quadrado.
The game changed.
Both
didn't it?
ex-boys of mine from
Mm.
Fiorentina. He just opened up some avenues
He did.
on the side. Fiery. He nearly got into a
Almost went into a
fight
punch
as soon as he was
I saw that.
there.
I saw that.
But then
Clearly,
popped up,
clearly a player wants to get into the starting
and he wants
11.
to solidify his place in the team.
Mm.
And he comes up in the 93rd minute, typical Juve,
with the goods.
puts the goal away,
Yep.
and they were off.
Yep.
But yeah, credit to Chievo,
They were good.
because normally, for me, especially last year as well, quite a boring team. There was nothing really, like they don't have an identity, I feel. But then, you know, Juve still win. Not at their best,
Not at their
but
best.
they get the 3 points.
That's what good teams do.
Ronaldo played well.
I thought he was good.
Okay,
Yeah.
people are going to be saying, hey, he
No,
didn't
he was
score.
good.
You know, don't worry.
Does he have to score
Okay.
in his debut?
His play allowed others to get in.
That's right. Yeah.
And you see it as well. A lot of his shots outside of the box.
They were far. If he was a
They
bit
were
closer.
far, but the thing is, he still
he got power.
gets the power
he
on
got
him,
power
and he
behind
gets them in good
Yeah.
spots. It's like those are like really kind of nothing shots, nothing
Yeah.
moments.
him. Yeah.
But
It's
if
almost
the ball,
because he's on it.
because he's on it, the
Yeah.
ball twists another way, it goes in. You know,
Yeah.
we're having a different conversation.
And we're not. Look, and as Ali said, we're not necessarily Ronaldo men. We are Messi men.
we are Messi men.
But you got to say he was good.
Hey, he was good, and you know it's the teething issues, but I think that you know it's going to come together.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's going to come
They
together.
look good.
Adrian,
Shall we
next
move
match.
on?
We shall move on. What do we got?
Well, we're going to Lazio v Napoli now,
Yep.
and this was an entertaining match. I did enjoy it. There was a lot of question marks around Napoli with Sarri gone.
Yeah, definitely.
But you know they showed that they've got what it takes to get the result against Lazio, who were they had their chances, and I mean let's not beat around the bush. We'll just start with I guess the first goal on the 25th minute. Ciro Immobile. What a goal!
Now people look at this, and the commentator in the game as
Yep.
well said that's some of the worst defending I've ever seen.
It was bad.
Okay, for those of you who haven't seen it,
Walk us through it, Ali.
ball goes long.
Yeah.
It's Ciro and three defenders from Napoli. He brings the ball down, moves the other way, and sends three guys sliding out into outer space. What's that meme?
It's that shooting
the
stars.
shooting stars. It was
Bag raiders.
Yeah. Three of them.
They were
just
gone.
out.
Out of the
Okay?
stadium.
Brings it back in.
Yeah.
Gets it on the left foot. Curls it in around.
2 touches, mate. That's
That's
goal.
it.
He's just you can't.
Terrible defending.
It was.
But that's class.
to track a ball over the top like
Tap
that
it down, bring it across.
is amazing.
Beautiful.
It was an amazing goal.
Clean kits on Lazio as well.
They look
Always
good.
Do.
I know you're a kit man.
I'm a kit man. It's an art.
Yeah.
It's like flags and stuff like that.
When you
it's
get a
the
nice
identity. And I feel like we do it well in Italy.
Yes. There's some good ones this year.
Really nice clean kits.
There are some very good ones.
Zielinski was very lively for Napoli.
He hit the crossbar.
He did.
There with a little deflected shot.
And this man, Adrian, I get excited about Immobile and a few players.
Of course.
Let's talk Insigne.
Let's talk.
The little man. The little
with the freshest fade you've ever seen. It's just a
he threads the needle.
Yep.
He's just a phenomenal player. For me,
Yeah.
he's the best assistman in Italy.
Yeah.
He just knows where everyone is. And the finish on his goal
it
was just
fantastic.
It fell to him. He was close in. And, you look at it, most people think he's slammed it in.
Yeah.
He's...
Not only has he slammed it in.
He hasn't slammed it in. He knows where he's putting
exactly.
it. Exactly. Just even watching from behind, watching the goal from behind him, you see it just...
It just curls
beautiful.
Right into that corner.
I thought
really
he was fantastic.
Really well
yep. Milik as well with a goal.
Good goal. I think, did he have one just before disallowed? Was that Milik? Little VAR number? I don't know. I'm not even sure that was VAR. But there was a few little VAR issues.
And there was a few. Yeah. Over
even
the
in the Juventus Chievo game, there was that goal disallowed.
Yeah.
Right near the end there.
Yeah. Well, let's quickly move on.
Let's keep going.
Let's keep going through these games. Otherwise, we're going to be here all night. Torino Roma.
Yes.
One to watch. Justin Kluivert with that assist to Dzeko in late in the game from Ajax. He was lively. He was very. I thought he was one of the better players on the night. That in a game that didn't really get going.
Didn't give a lot, did it?
For anyone, wasn't a great game. Dzeko was
very opening roundy. Cagey.
Yeah, it was very cagey match. Dzeko was really good.
He was good.
Kept his feet, went down when he needed to, but he gets those second chances. He moves up the ground a lot past the wingers, and paid off with that great volley. Falque for Torino had the disallowed goal.
I saw that. Contentious. Was that an offside?
It was. I feel like it was offside.
It was definitely offside.
It wasn't paid offside initially.
That's the thing. Yeah.
It was tight. Could have gone either way. But then, from what I saw after that, a few minutes after that, a penalty cry from him, which I thought was a clear penalty. They didn't even look at it.
Nothing. So it's just the consistency of the VAR.
Why do they have it?
Using it in some situations and then not in others.
Yeah, not consistent. Not consistent. And you know what? Not the best game.
It wasn't the best game.
It was just kind of a bit of a little uneventful kind of game.
I think it was one thing I did notice in this game. We had a little run on the counter from El Shaarawy. I can't even say his name.
Our boy behind the camera is wearing
our technical man has got his kid on.
The tech guy.
Christian's got the kid.
We'll get some pics of that.
We'll get some pics of that. He was had a little counter there. He's running out. He's on his own. This is a guy who's clearly got immense talent, and we've been singing his praises for years.
Yeah.
You just think there's little moments where he could keep his head a little bit more. I think, but not not to criticize him.
Good head on him.
It's good head on him.
Haircut.
Good haircut.
Strong haircut. But the head haircut also.
Yes.
Can go either way. If you like him, the hair, you love it.
That's right.
If you don't like him...
That's right. So he blazes away.
That's the first thing you're going to talk about.
He blazes away on the counter. So that was just one thing I thought, I think he'll build a bit of confidence. Opening game, you can forgive mistakes, I think.
Definitely. Definitely. Well, it's only going to get better from here.
Absolutely.
Empoli Cagliari.
Let's talk about it.
Night to forget for Cagliari.
Yes.
Big night to forget.
Goodness me.
Empoli with the nice kits. Not usually,
really clean.
not usually like
Known for it.
not known for like a big kit.
No.
Really, really clean kit.
Yeah.
It's the Tuscan sides, mate.
They do it well down there.
They do it well. Fiorentina, Empoli.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good to have him back as well. Have a little local rival back in the comp. Fiorentina don't have many big rivals. Juve's the big one, but they don't think so. You know, that's the kind of the shame of it. You know,
it's just
they don't really care. They don't really care about it. You know, Aqua.
There's a man that we noticed.
A man we noticed
in this
definitely.
game. Yeah, he was good. Aqua was fantastic,
and he's been around like for
a
while.
Yeah. Where was he previously?
I think Sampdoria. You want to check that?
We'll
check
it up. We'll do a fact check.
We'll do a fact check later.
We'll do it later. The facts aren't important. If we've learned anything from Trump, the facts don't matter.
It's political now.
No, we're not going there.
No. Take everything that we say
with a grain of salt
as fact until you prove it otherwise, and get in touch with us and say, hey,
you call us out.
You've done it wrong.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we want more. What's it called?
Audience interaction.
Hey, that's why you're on the show.
No, but he was fantastic.
Unreal.
Let's be honest, he bossed the midfield. Some of those passes were just brilliant.
This is the perfect example of a player who is not in terms of technically gifted, like in terms of ball control and like skill and fancy move. He's not that kind of player. He is strong.
Yeah.
He collects the ball. He knows where the passes are. He moves around all the midfield. He has pace. His passing is awesome.
Yeah.
A solid player. And these are the kind of players that I like. I don't really like the fancy show-offy players. You know, they do some amazing things.
You want the team, man.
But it's like Moy. Aaron Moy.
Yeah. He makes everyone around him better.
Makes it happen.
Yeah.
You know? And, you know, Aqua and Empoli.
Yeah. That one ball.
Really good night.
That one ball to Zayk, who he shot across the face of goal there. You know the one I'm talking about, that little chance there. It should have really been a goal. But that one ball was just brilliant vision.
Pass of the round.
And in that game, obviously, we had a nice finish at the back post there for the first goal.
Yep.
Zayk did redeem himself. He had a really beautiful weighted ball just running forward with Caputo for that second goal. So 2-0 there.
Yep.
Empoli. So Cagliari, as we said, one to forget, but just players of note just running through there. I think Pavoletti, he showed little glimpses.
Yep.
He had an absolute thunderbolt, which he whacked into the woodwork as well. So, you know, I think he's going to score some goals. He missed a header as well.
Yep.
So he looks good.
Looking good for Empoli on the way back. Cagliari, unfortunately, I thought they would.
Interesting team.
I thought they would move up a little bit, but now
first game. So we've got to take it all.
That's true.
Take it one step at a time.
They got potential to move up, but
yeah,
we'll see how we go. Adrian, your mob.
That's my mob.
Walked into Parma, had the cheese, had the ham. Didn't get going until after they set the tone.
That's exactly right. And the preseason form for Udinese hasn't been fantastic either. Parma, I think there's a lot of hype them coming back. Obviously, what a great story.
Who'd want to play him though?
What a great story.
That's
we got
a beautiful story.
That. I mean, you know, what is it? 3 successive promotions.
3 promotions in a row.
That's amazing.
Can they
stay?
Can they stay? I think they can stay.
I hope so.
I think they can stay, and I think they'll build on their team this year. Yeah. I think that they're good enough to stay up. They're bringing in some very cool signings.
There's experience there.
You know, Jovino coming in.
Yeah. Back from China.
Back from being AWOL.
He's gone. Didn't hear a peep.
You don't tend to hear
You don't.
much.
Once they go to China, you don't hear about it.
You're not going every week and tuning in for the highlights of...
It's a shame, isn't it?
The Chinese Super League.
Yeah. Maybe things will change. But, I mean...
Hey, he's got the right forehead to put some headers in.
That's right.
He's not known for...
No.
For being... He's got to put that to use.
He's got to put it to use, I think so. And I think he will this season once he gets a go.
Well, he might just have the back part of his head nowadays because he's been away for so long, and he wore a hat to the hat to the presser. So maybe
he's a bit old now.
maybe it's receded all the way, and he's just got like a little.
Well, we can't talk I know that's one reason why you're wearing that cap today.
Anyway,
let's talk about the game.
I have a thick head of hair. I come from a family of foreheads. Let me tell you. I come from a family of foreheads. Luckily, is that laughter I hear behind the camera?
That's our live audience. Just on the game itself, I better say something.
Yes, we need to get to the important
Parma
stuff.
They started really well, I've got to say, and they are a more experienced team. I was telling you before the show earlier that we're talking. They're a team of, they've got a handful of players who are 30 and above. I mean, they've got Gobi, they've got Alves, they've got Barilla, Siligardi, Jacoponi.
Alves?
I think it's Alves.
Alves?
Bruno Alves.
Where's he from?
Portugal, I believe.
Portuguese fans out there.
Tell us how we say it.
We want to do good service to,
of course,
these people.
We're fans ourselves.
We are fans.
So
we're not experts.
No,
we
don't know what we're doing.
We don't know it all.
But it was a great game. It was a great game in the sense that, Udinese came back from 2-0 down away. How often do you see that? I mean, it happens, but it was a tough opening game for us. Inglese was very bright for Parma.
Great control. The goal on debut.
He looks good
from the Napoli loanee.
Sepe as well in goals from Napoli. Looks a real steal there. Udinese came back second half. We had a couple of goals. Very contentious, I thought. Even as an Udinese fan, I thought that VAR in the second half, that little decision to award the penalty. I couldn't really see where the penalty was. There's potentially a little bit of a pull of the arm, but it's just moments like that.
With the VAR,
they're going to go for you. They're going to go against you. Will it even out?
Of it. And a World Cup final night was not
wasn't a happy
not
time.
As pleasant
as
it could have been.
Yeah, it's just
there are good elements of VAR, but and obviously there were things that were missed this week that were picked up on VAR and the right decision was made. But if you don't have it consistently across the board,
you're going to get a bit of frustration from the fans.
I don't think we need it.
But it's here. I think it's here to stay. I think that's the thing now. It's the second season of it in Serie A. I think we've got it now.
That's true.
DePaul, sealed the penalty off that, and then we had Fofana.
Fofana!
As the commentators.
Fofana! He really loves the...
He loved it.
And he does it consistently.
It was good, though.
Consistently. He rings it out like that.
It was a good goal for the Udinese fans. He got the equaliser in the second half there, so that was very nice.
I liked Machis. Machis was very
Darwin
very
Machis
lively.
had some very good runs on the right-hand side there. He looks a player.
I feel like after Fofana's goal...
Yes. We pushed
lulled out.
Yeah, we pushed a little bit, but it lulled. It
lulled for like the last 20 minutes, I feel. And
I
think everyone was happy.
Both teams were happy with the draw.
We're like, hey.
And that's good on the opening round.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to be happy. You don't want to lose. You don't want to get off to a bad start.
You don't want to lose. You definitely don't want to lose.
Special shout out
especially
to Mandragora in the midfield. The Mandrake.
I like the Mandrake.
With the mustache.
The Mandrake with the mustache.
He's fantastic.
Very good. Like you said, you don't want to lose. You especially don't want to lose
what a
if
segue.
You are Internazionale, because
wow, this was the shock of the round.
This was the shock of the round. Early in the pre-season, I was thinking about Inter. I made my predictions. I thought they might drop a little bit.
Right. A lot of people had them going the other way.
Yeah. But then I saw Nainggolan. Lautaro.
Yes.
Which is our boy Carl's
our good friend.
crush.
Shout out to Carl.
Shout out to Carl. We'll get him on.
We'll get
him on, definitely. We can squeeze him in between us.
Yeah.
And get a third mic.
I think so.
Maybe when he's in a better mood, because
we won't want him on after this game. No.
And for me, the big sign was De Vrij.
Yeah.
And that combo, De Vrij and Skriniar, I think
that's the one they should
is
be
the
going with.
1-2 punch, and the one they should be going with. But what I saw was Miranda starting instead of Skriniar, which Miranda's a handy player,
experienced.
Just when we thought Inter had all the pieces, I turned. I didn't know they signed De Vrij. I was off, and I it came through late, just before the start of the season, and I kind of changed my mind. I'm like, maybe they'll challenge. Even they had
They've spent the money.
They've spent the money. Okay, they've spent the money, and so I'm thinking, okay, they're gonna do it. Just when we thought they had all the pieces together, they come across the bogey side. The bogey side. Sassuolo. I love the sass.
I know you love it.
I love the sass. I love the green and black.
You love the green and black.
God, the kits. The kits on them. The Mappe Grout. Shout out to Mappe Grout. I'm doing my bathroom, using it.
Can we
colour.
Get a free shipment?
It's a shame that it's already been done.
Oh, it's all right.
But we will do more bathrooms. If we get the stuff, we'll I'm sure we can do some more bathrooms.
There's some more tiles we can do.
7 of the last 8 games.
That's a stat.
Inter has lost against Sassuolo.
A real stat.
Not Inter has not won, so not draws in there. They've lost 7 of the 8. That's ridiculous. And it just came up. I don't know if that's them going out and going, oh crap, it's the team that we've fallen over so many times. But Miranda gives away that penalty well.
That was the game changer, wasn't it?
Gives away the penalty.
And just little half chances everywhere, but no finish.
Exactly. And, he then... Icardi misses an open goal.
Yep.
And, Consigli makes that big save at the end, and Miranda's right there to pop it in. Yep. Doesn't do it. If Skriniar starts, does he give away the penalty? Does he put in that goal? We'll never know. Obviously, we'll never know. But I think Skriniar and De Vrij, I think that's the combo.
The two
and Sassuolo will be very, very, very happy to be walking away from that one. It's a great
start, isn't it? That's fantastic for Sassuolo. So we'll see how they go this season. And I guess there's
the next game.
We got to talk about it. We
got to talk about SPAL. Very uneventful match.
It was quite uneventful, apart from one event.
Talk about the event, Adrian.
Okay.
Let me know. I fell asleep.
You fell asleep. What should have woken you up. Kurtic, that goal. I mean,
screamer.
What an absolute thunderbolt.
I did see that. That's an absolute
And you
screamer.
could tell he was going to do it because in the first half, he had a little warm up, which just went wide of that right hand post.
Yep.
You could tell this guy's going to unleash one tonight.
Exactly.
And he did.
Stunning goal. Probably one of the goals of the round.
I think so.
There's been some great goals.
Some good goals, yeah.
See, the thing is, Bologna, I thought, bit of promise this year. Pippo Inzaghi done some amazing things with Venezia.
That's true.
Venezia unlucky not to be
promoted,
not to be in at the moment, especially with the whole, Oh no, we'll go into it another time.
Okay.
There's contentious issues, Adrian.
Okay.
We don't want to draw the line.
We'll talk about the game.
Draw the line where we sit. We'll talk about the game. They didn't fire.
They didn't fire, and look, I do worry for Bologna. I know last season they struggled a bit, towards the end there as well. So I don't, it's just a bit of worry for them. I think they did push at the end. They pushed,
yeah, and they had that poster.
Yes.
And then the referee blew the whistle.
They didn't help themselves though. Nagy getting himself a card.
Yep.
90th minute, horrible tackle. So I thought it could have ended up as a draw.
Yep. SPAL, the chocolates.
They deserve to win off that striker line.
What is it again? Società Polisportiva Are Labor.
Perfect. There you go, mate.
I'm here and also available for any other radio work, advertising, anything you like.
You want an advertiser already? First episode?
Should we shout out
our sponsors? Are we going to shout out our sponsor? Do we say it now or do we save it?
Hey, Mappe, give me the grout.
Show me the grout.
Mattia Destro sitting in the stands.
Yeah.
Adrian.
Let's move on to
Atalanta.
Wow.
Frosinone.
The Gomez show.
Alejandro Papu Gomez had one of the most complete attacking games I've ever seen from a player.
It was amazing.
A perfect game.
Something good to watch.
Two incredible assists, 2 equally impressive goals. The opponent wasn't great. Frosinone. I think they're going down.
I feel a bit sorry for him.
Hey, easily player of the round.
It's a tough game as well. I mean, going to Atalanta first round.
And they just continue to surprise us.
They're good team.
Every week. They're unreal.
They're a great team.
Yep. His first goal, that through ball from Toloi, that cutting diagonal pass.
Beautiful ball from
straight
Toloi.
Through. Bang.
Yep. Knew where he was.
Then he gets that little left curler to the back post.
Yep.
Hans Hateboer.
Yes.
The vision to pick him out at the back post.
It's pretty amazing,
sublime.
Isn't it?
Then he dances around the D, goes in the box, low cross, hits Pasalic, the boy.
Beautiful cross as well. He really gave it everything.
He did.
He comes inside, he pulls outside.
Straight, low.
Gave it
Pasalic really wanted him to get to Fiorentina on loan from Chelsea, but ended up at Atalanta and seems handy because he had a few chances in that game.
Yeah.
And then Gomez with that right foot. Just jumps on his right foot.
I know you love this guy.
On his opposite foot and not opposite, you can use both, but pops in and gets that last goal in the 90th, in stoppage time. Just unreal. Atalanta, they're
a great team. And I don't think anyone can deny it anymore.
They're a serious team.
They're a serious team, and we'll see where they finish up this season. But that's the best start you can have. 4-0. And
then we had the two games that we unfortunately missed out. Fiorentina and Milan. Fiorentina and Sampdoria, and Milan and Genoa. Obviously, I would have loved to have had my team play.
Yeah.
As you can maybe tell from all the purple. For those of you who are listening, I am a Fiorentina fan.
Massive Fiorentina man.
Love the purple. Just to touch on them quickly.
Yeah.
I think in the preseason they've been under the radar a little bit. Brought in some really good young talent, really young squad. That forward three.
Yep.
Piazza, Simeone, and Chiesa. I think that has the potential to be dangerous.
Yep.
We shall see. Vertu was a signing last year, very good.
He was good for you, Vertu.
But yeah, we're looking to be that attacking, young, fast team. Yep. Stefano Pioli is just implementing his plan now, and I feel like this will be the year where we see that plan, being implemented. And we've got Chievo next week for our first game.
At home?
At home, yeah. At the Franchi.
Beautiful.
So we'll see about that. Now, quickly, we'll just go into some stuff that we noticed. We're going to do this every week. Something kind of outside of the game.
Just a little something we've noticed this week.
Now, normally, it can be funny, can be something serious. This week, it's something a bit more serious. The bridge collapse in Genoa. Ridiculous.
That's unspeakable. Tragedy.
I've been on that bridge when I was in Italy last year with our mate.
It is a beautiful looking bridge, but just horrible what happened there.
And with such excitement, especially for us last week in the lead up, we had the Premier League on. We're like, how good's it going to be next week?
Football's back,
and then for something like this to happen, it's just
right on the eve of the season.
It gets everyone's mood down. Didn't have the opening weekend feeling. All the teams obviously did a minute silence at the start of the game, and it just had it didn't feel right.
No,
but again as well, they postponed the games. I don't know. I want to shoot something to you. Would you, as the teams, the two teams being Sampdoria and Genoa from the city, would you want to play that weekend? Would you want to give your city something to be excited about, or is it too somber a moment to go out there and play? Because obviously the players would be affected because it's very.
I'm
part of all of them.
I'm okay with the not playing.
Yep.
I thought it was okay on this occasion.
Yep.
Just to especially I'm not sure what the logistics would be like as well. But just in case there's anyone coming
down
from the
north.
You never know. I think I think what they're doing, I've just noticed a little article I read here, Arlo.
We've got articles?
We've got articles. The players and the officials will wear a special shirt ahead of this coming weekend's Serie A matches to commemorate the victims. So
that's nice.
It's a nice
is that
little
like
touch.
a pre-game wearing?
I think they're going to have a little pre-game shirt,
shirt,
and then they'll change into their kits. But that's a really nice. It's going to have the words Genoa in our hearts. So that's
beautiful.
That is nice.
Yep.
But I thought we thought we have to mention that because we had 4 teams who didn't play.
We did,
and there's a big reason behind that.
Yeah.
So obviously, our thoughts are with the families of all those affected by that.
100%. Definitely.
But that's the one thing that really
that
sort of brought down the opening round. But it was a good opening.
Good opening round.
Yeah.
Very exciting. So let's just quickly move away from the games and go into time where we kind of have a bit of a chance to talk about things that are on our mind.
That's right.
How did we get into this beautiful game, this beautiful league?
How did these boys from Australia get so invested in Serie A? I mean,
I feel like I'm the only one.
Well, it can feel that way at times. There's a lot of us out there.
There's a lot of us out there, and we want more people to get involved, and especially people from the smaller teams that
teams
your nonno's local team. Where's your nonno from?
Where's he from?
Exactly. We're both Italian, obviously. Well, not obviously, but my grandparents were all born in Italy.
Right.
Adrian, your father was born.
Dad was born in Italy. Yep.
So I feel like that equals out.
Yeah.
4 grandparents or 1 parent. I feel like we're pretty much the same.
But
no,
we've had that passion where obviously your family. Ali, tell us how you got into Fiorentina.
Fiorentina. Okay, so my nonna on my mum's side, so my grandmother on my mum's side, is from the beautiful city of Florence, and we travelled. My family and me travelled over in, I think it was 2000.
Yep.
So it would have been 8 at the time. Obviously, there's been that connection with the team. My great-grandfather was a supporter of the team. I actually have, I'll put up a picture. I have one of his old flags with me here. So that was the team that I kind of felt the most connected to. The other side of my family is from the Veneto region.
Yep.
Treviso, more specifically, with a nice Serie D team. They were up and about in the Serie B, and I think they got to Serie A at one point. But in 2000, that Nintendo logo, that Nintendo sponsor, the purple kit,
it won you over, didn't it?
It's and being in the city and seeing the people around. It just that was it. That was it for me. So I think I got a Edmundo jersey.
Yes.
Oh, contentious player. Wow. There was actually a video on him not long ago. He's like one of the bad boys of football.
He copped that tag. Yeah.
But also a Toldo. Toldo jersey, the goalkeeper, one of the best goalies for me in history.
Yep. It's really those players that draw you in, isn't it?
It's the players that draw you in, and it was like through my youth, we had Fiorentina drop out. Did things similar to Parma, dropped out for a while, came back in. Some great players since then, Jovetic, Chiesa at that time, the older Chiesa senior. Obviously, just that's why I go for Fiorentina, and I always kind of go for underdog teams. Yep. And I was lucky to kind of be born into a underdog team, I guess. And, it's the purple, mate. It's purple haze.
He loves it.
The purple haze. That's me, basically. A little short bit about me. Udinese.
Juventus, actually.
Juventus.
It's just a joke, guys.
That's just a joke. Okay.
No, clearly the original black and white team, Udinese.
Yeah, second oldest team.
That's right.
in Italy.
Aside from Genoa.
Yes.
So obviously, yeah, with the family being from that region, not from Udine itself, but short drive outside of Udine. I guess Nono obviously always kept up with them. He didn't watch so many games in Australia, but obviously that's always been one thing that's been a bit of an issue out here is actually getting those games. I know SBS obviously used to show a few, but now we've got to rely on, I guess, the streaming services. Being sports, he always followed them. He always used to look them up in Il Globo, just see how they're going, just have a look at the table. He loved it. That's always used to remark on it. So that was the connection there. Then when I started getting into it a little bit more, probably obviously followed, loosely followed, but really when the Francesco Guidolin was coach, we had that fantastic era where we had Di Natale, just the talisman up forward.
The man that's draping your table.
I've got him here forever in my heart. What a player. I mean...
Great player.
Seriously.
Undeniably one of the best.
Possibly underrated, you could say.
Most underrated.
I mean, you look at
Incredible
you look at players like Totti, who retired a couple of seasons ago, and obviously everyone can see from outside Serie A, this man is a great.
Yeah.
Di Natale wasn't that far off. Yeah. He was fantastic.
Definitely. If he, and you know what? He had offers.
If he played from a bigger club.
He could have gone to a bigger club.
He could have gone to Juve.
But that's the beautiful thing.
He said no.
That's the beautiful thing.
He said, my family are settled here. They like the area.
What a man.
I love the club. So I just love him. He's great.
Great player.
And I know now I follow his Instagram. He's just floating around somewhere in the...
They're all doing it.
on the coast.
How can I forget? Sebastian Frey.
They're just all on their yachts now.
Sebastian Frey, the Fiorentina goalkeeper, he's literally just living it up.
They live on a yacht and they just sail up and down. It's beautiful. Good luck to him because, they brought a lot of joy to the hearts of those supporters. So he was fantastic. Obviously, we had those amazing players come through. We've been a bit of a feeder club, to be fair. Had obviously Alexis Sanchez coming through as a mower.
You gave Cuadrado to us.
Yeah.
There's been a few players there.
There's been
we got the big Frenchman.
You got the
big Frenchman.
Cyril
Thoreau with the.
It was actually okay for
with the lips tattooed on his neck.
Yeah, it's an interesting.
That's when
choice.
You know, you're.
It's an interesting. choice.
You mean business when you got a pair of lips tattooed on your neck.
What's that code for?
I don't know. Do you know back there,
anyone?
Christian? Got any ideas back there?
We don't know. But
no.
But I guess that's how I got into it, and obviously follow them to this day and love it. Just love it.
That's the beautiful thing.
Another small team.
I feel like you to have that connection. Obviously, because we're Italian, we have that special connection. With the teams, but it doesn't mean that people who aren't Italian can't support this great league. Exactly. And now, if it's good enough for Cristiano Ronaldo,
it's good enough for the
and
world.
if you're sitting there and you're like, I've never watched the Serie A, I've never followed it.
Give it a
Don't go for Juventus.
Have a look at the games.
Go pick a team, learn a bit of the history because there's great history with all these teams, and even
go for Juve, man.
Just go for you.
More people into it. I think is fantastic.
Just watch it.
And I think, look, Serie A have realised that they've been a bit down recently. I think it's fair to say. I mean, obviously they had that fantastic era, early 2000s. It was a great league to watch. It was a competitive league.
Yeah.
Now it's just been the Juve show for about 6 or 7 years now,
and which
is fine.
It's fine, and will it continue to be the Juve show?
That's the thing.
They've arguably got, like I said, the best player in the world. Do they do it again, or is it a little bit closer than what most people are thinking?
That's it.
If Leicester had won a couple of years ago,
that's it.
Why can't Atalanta? Why can't
go on a dream
Napoli,
run?
Lazio, even Fiorentina? If all the
never
pieces
know.
go together, Udinese, not so much, and not so much. Maybe
just staying in. I mean,
maybe
it's been tough recently, but we'll see how we go. But yeah, look, I think Serie A have realised that they've got to bring in a bit more interest into the league. Obviously, one thing we've noticed, a lot more English. They've got the English highlights on the channel there instead of the Italian and English, which they used to do.
Yep.
Obviously, it'd be nice to have them both, but that's what we've got at the moment.
And the new logo. The A
Thoughts on the logo?
Eiffel Tower mustache man.
Eiffel Tower mustache man is what we've coined him. He looks. Hey, look, it's different.
Can we make a little
different.
Eiffel Tower mustache man to
We'll
put
have him as a little
on
mascot.
the table? Do you reckon I've got enough stuff on my table?
Maybe he can. No, I don't know. Just for those
Mel.
for those listening and not watching, I have a Sideshow Mel doll which I has placed on my desk, and it's just precariously.
It's right next to the Pinot Silvestre because we like to smell fresh. Pinot. Hey.
Can we get a deal? Can we get a deal there as well?
Pinot Silvestre. Thank you. Shout out. Great. Yeah. Hey. If it wasn't for Pinot, did you see the ad? Have you seen the ad?
I've never seen
the sushi mango ad.
Oh, I haven't seen
the boys. They did an ad for
They
Pinot
did an ad.
Silvestre.
Shout out to Sushi Mango as well.
Great.
Love those boys.
Love them. AC fans, we've got to get them in.
Well, yeah, just speaking on AC as well, and we'll just touch on
We'll
this.
touch on this, yeah.
Just the state of the game, Ali.
Yes, Adrian.
Very briefly, because although this is our pilot episode, it's going on too damn long. So we're going to wrap it up.
The show is too damn long. It's all right. Hey,
everyone's asleep.
Hey, for the one of you that made it, that has made it, do you know what? We could honestly say whatever we want right now. No one will ever hear it.
No.
It is in the depths of the podcast. You know, people tune in for the end because they want to say, hey, what are these guys going to do?
You just say what you're going to say, and if it's bad, we'll cut it.
I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, good man.
I'm just going to keep it to myself.
Good man.
Tell me the state of the game.
The state of the game. As I was saying, it looks like Serie A are sort of realizing it's time to get back into business. Ronaldo. I mean, obviously, it's just a boost. It's a boost. No one can deny it, whether you love him or you hate him.
And we don't want to talk about Ronaldo every week.
We don't want to talk about him every week.
Like,
we're getting it out of the way now. We're getting it out of our system.
We'll never mention him again.
No, unless he scores.
But good game.
But
good game.
Fantastic though to have him. It is good. It's good for the league.
It is great for the league. Definitely, eyes are on the league.
It's good for the league. I've seen obviously.
I think that's the first match anyone outside of Verona has watched.
There has been a bit of. There's been a bit.
I feel like
you're not wrong.
Did you know who Chievo Verona was?
Now you do.
We knew. We knew. But did you?
The
Flying Donkeys. What a name. Anyway.
I tell you. I tell you what though.
Wrap it up.
I tell you what though, Ronaldo. There's been a bit of anger though. Him coming in and Juve spending so much on him. Yep. I think is it Fiat? I don't know if it's Fiat, but there's an automobile producer in Italy who I think one of the factories. I read a story sometime in the preseason. One of the factories went on strike because
they didn't want
their wage. Well, look at
they cut the wages from the factories.
No, not that bad. God, I hope not. Someone think of the children. No.
You drive a Fiat, don't you? You're part of it.
A little bit, part of the problem. Be part of the solution, are they?
Shout out to Fiat and
but the
Cinquecento.
But the factory
beautiful car.
Workers,
I might not fit in it, but
that's all right. It's the largest car I could afford. The factory workers, though,
bless them,
going on strike because the parent company is spending so much on one player. So they look at Ronaldo. They go, "How is this right?"
It's true.
It might not be right, but I guess that's the market,
that's
isn't
true.
it? That's what you needed to get him out of Madrid.
And from 1 to 4, when they all go home and eat nonna's pasta,
yes,
and have their little sleep, that's what they're dreaming about.
Ronaldo. Wait, what?
Ronaldo taking all their money,
bloody oath,
taking their wages.
But yeah, look, a good bit of business. But just speaking about AC, as we'll talk, AC Milan, we're talking about them before. Very interesting movements there. With obviously we had Berlusconi selling to a Chinese investor, and then we had the US consortium come in.
Yep. Big money.
Elliott Management,
Big
yes.
US money coming in.
Big US money coming in. Now, what are they going to do with the club? That's what I'm asking. We had the little bit of money injected, but are they going to sell it on? Because the only reason I say this, I think everyone can agree, maybe not Inter fans, but we need a strong Milan.
We do need a strong
Even
Milan.
A strong Inter.
Yeah.
I think just for the competition.
We need Juve to have some competition.
We need it. I mean, as you know, look, it's good on them for doing so well. Juve and building a real dynasty there, but
enough. That's it.
It ends now.
It's finished.
I mean, I think it'd just be nice to see AC, get back on steady ground. So we'll see how they go.
Will Higuain fire? Will he fire?
Will he fire for
Will
them?
Gattuso be able to coach the senior team.
Sometimes maybe good.
Sometimes it may be.
You know what?
Are we doing it? Are we doing it?
I don't know. How
Sometimes it
far
may
are we
be
going
good. Sometimes maybe we'll do it on the second.
We'll ease into the expletives.
The expletives.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to say about the state again. There's optimism, is what I'm saying.
There's optimism, but you were saying
Yes.
as well that the Chinese buyer. You read something that they.
Yeah. It just didn't seem like it seemed like obviously it's AC is a loss making club at the moment. Okay, so they're going backwards financially. Obviously, Berlusconi and his little consortium wanted to get out.
Yep.
So they're desperate to make a deal with this Chinese investor. Just for our due diligence, let's get his name up.
Well, yeah, because
Lee Yong-hong, and he had a little investment consortium he set up there. They obviously bought the club, but they needed that help.
Shout out to Lee Yong-hong if you're hiring.
You're all down for a job?
I'm down for just whatever business. We'll plug it. Send us stuff.
Please send us stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be nice to see a strong Milan. I think that's the point of that one.
Exactly.
Now, Ale, shall we have a look at the next round very quickly?
We shall. Just quickly, we'll run through
goodbye.
it. So we have a massive match. Juventus versus Lazio. Big game. Napoli-Milan. Massive game as well.
Huge game.
Obviously, it will be Milan's first showing, so we'll be able to talk a little bit more about their on-field stuff next week.
Yes.
SPAL and Parma will be interesting. Two kind of roundabout teams. Cagliari, Sassuolo. If Sassuolo keeps moving, that'll be an easy game for them. Hopefully it's nice and tight. My boys finally, after long off season, back in action against Chievo. Frosinone against the Bologneses. Genoa coming out against Empoli as well. Inter versus Torino.
Yep.
That could be a very interesting game.
Ooh.
We'll see if Inter can
see
start firing.
There.
Will Nainggolan play? Udinese Sampdoria. Also, we'll be able to talk a bit more Sampdoria next week.
That's going to be a tough game for us.
Roma Atalanta.
That is a great game. That's a great game.
Coming up against a big boy now.
Yeah. How are they going to go?
Let's see. Will Papu Gomez...
are they going to shut him down? They're literally going to play 3 players on him because after last week's performance...
yeah. He's the one to watch. He's the one that's in the Globo in all the publications. By the way, Globo.
Shout out to
We read
Globo.
it. We read it. And,
we love your work.
$2 Monday and Thursday.
Do yourself a favour.
Learn some Italian. Or just look at the pretty pictures.
Yeah, that's what I do.
That's it.
Yes.
But yeah.
Do we mention Genoa Empoli as well?
We did. Genoa Empoli,
yes.
and we will talk about Genoa next time.
Yes.
Obviously, we did mention them, but we'll go a bit more in depth with them next week.
That's right.
Yeah. I think that's basically everything we wanted to talk about. We'll just go over.
How do you think the? Sorry, Alex, I interrupted you.
Yeah,
I was just going to ask, how do you think the opening episode's gone? I mean, do you think?
Oh,
do you think we should just end it here?
I blacked out like 5 minutes in. I can't remember anything. We'll see.
We'll see how we
go.
Who
knows?
Shout out to Auto Instruct.
Auto Instruct.
For
Get on it.
The technical assistance. Thank you, Christian.
Auto Instruct and
.com.au. Beautiful.
.com.au. Autoinstruct.com.au. Hey, if you like cars.
Do you like cars?
I enjoy cars.
Is it an A to B?
It's an A to B. It's an A to B, but when I like it, I like it.
You really like it.
I really like it, you know? And Auto Instruct, they do some fine stuff.
They do.
Some fine stuff. So do check that out.
Yep.
Let's quickly go over... let's just quickly go over the housekeeping.
Okay.
So basically, guys, we're going to be releasing this podcast every week. Rain, hail, or shine, even if the world ends. Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see. That's what we're trying to do.
That's the aim.
We're going to be releasing it on Fridays, so you've got a day before to kind of tune in and before the next round starts.
All 3 of you watching it.
All 3 of you.
Yep.
2. No, 1.
Is this
because
1?
you and me will watch it.
Yeah.
And then Christian.
Okay. Well, it's
Auto Instruct. Shout out. Thank you. But yeah, so we're going to be releasing that on YouTube and as a podcast, Castbox or RSS. I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
You'll
Adrian's
find all across that.
You'll find it.
So make sure you subscribe to both if you can.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd like. We'd like it. We'd love it.
Calciospresso
Calciospresso is the name
of the show, just in case we didn't say it.
We said it.
We said it at some stage.
I hope we said it. Calciospresso. Do you like the logo?
That's good, Ali. You've done a great job.
The logo's there.
You've done a great job. Just for all of our listeners who can't see the video, he's done a great job.
Tune in on the YouTube. You see something you like. It's all for sale. Everything has a price. Yes, so you can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and we're going to be updating those with news, behind the scenes stuff, uploading anything we've chatted about in the episode that you want to look at, because obviously we've seen it, maybe you haven't seen it, so that'll be up on there. So be sure to follow us on those. We're also going to release details on how to watch the games. Probably just after the podcast gets released on the Friday.
Yep. What
time they're on, where you can see them. Also, Facebook will be sharing the highlights of the games after the match weekend, and also maybe update some things during the weekend as well.
Yep.
So we're going to try and be as active on that as possible. We also want to hear from you guys. So if anyone's still around here after...
How long's it been?
Over an
hour. We'll try and keep it to 40.
We're going to try and keep it. We're going to try and keep it down. We had a lot to talk about.
Pilot episode.
It's a pilot. It's a pilot episode.
Who's flying?
Leave us some questions in the comments anywhere. Email us, whatever you want. Calciospresso@gmail.com.
That's us.
You can find everything. Just search for Calciospresso. No one else is using it. That's a completely pure
that's the beauty of it,
idea.
No one else is using it.
Do people know how to spell it? Calcio, and then it's Spresso, one word.
Perfect.
We were thinking calciocino, like a cappuccino, but
this had more of a zing to it.
It had the zing.
Yeah, it's an express.
It's an express act. Ignorante. Okay, sorry. So yeah, we're going to set aside some time during the podcast to go over those questions. So if you want to know our thoughts on anything, or if you say, hey, talk more about this, or what's your thoughts on this, send us a comment. We'll have a look at them and we'll come up with something. And if no one does, then we'll just make up our own questions and no one will know. So yeah, again, be sure to subscribe to the podcast, our YouTube channel.
Yep.
Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. So just search Calciospresso. I think we're done, man.
I think we're
done. How do you feel?
Yeah. It's been a time.
It's been one hell of a time. Mel is still standing. I'm surprised. Sideshow
He's
Mel
made it through the episode.
Hasn't fallen.
We'll see how he goes.
My coffee is finished.
That's it.
Might have to get another one after that. I feel completely drained.
Let's get some caffeine in.
Let's get it. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Remember, keep your coffee black and keep watching the beautiful game. All done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Woo! Oh my God. An hour of talking